Hello and welcome back to another episode of War of the Chosen. My name is Syken and today we're continuing the Royal Rumble campaign where I'm trying to beat the game on the very hardest difficulty imaginable. And we're still trying to improve our equipment. Today another Fado Crito mission. I've just been told by one of you guys that Fado Crito is actually not an auto-loss. So that I might have been mixing up the side goals a bit. And indeed it is correct, I just looked it up. Fado Crito says you have undone centuries of research, future research will be heavily penalized. I don't even want to imagine what that means because it means we would need to play even longer, so that definitely needs to go. We have plenty of psionically active creatures within this one. And I brought our B team. Endorus is going to join as well as Syken. We got inappropriate, the most inappropriate of all Murphys. We got Roby, his team partner. We got Thumper. And we got Russ for the high ground action. You can see predominantly blue screen rounds, but a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I am wondering to which degree maybe a mind shield would be the better idea. But having that extra defense layer on Roby is maybe not too bad. I mean, we can use him as a frontliner. And really, the only thing that we should be afraid of is mind control. And Inappropriate Murphy could theoretically salvage that by just moving next to him. So overall, taking a little bit of a gamble to not take a mind shield with me. We could almost fix that. We do have also mental fortitude, which is the resistance order that allows us to shake off anything but mind control in one round. So really panic, disoriented, yada yada yada, doesn't stick for longer than the alien's turn, which yet again reduces the need for a mind shield. Let's jump into it and see what we can do.
Fix on their location.
Alright, we landed, and first things first, we got an elite paladin fire burster in our ranks. That is great because it gives us the red light shield as well as an incendiary bomb and a shield wall plus quite a few hit points. By the way, the Vorpal blade or Vortex blade that we have would be the exact counter. Look at the amount of shielding that he has. Just very low hit points and armor. Ignoring armor, ignores shielding, deals direct damage to hit points. Like they would be immediately busted. So, but that's besides the point. We wanted to first of all take a look at what we're dealing with. We don't want to trigger anything yet. We want to find out where that general is located. Wait, I think I saw the general over here. But we got a Dreadnought here and a Demolisher and a Legionnaire. Oh, and Horus moves over here. Russ has death from above, so naturally I would want to get him to a high ground. Here seems to be fine. Inappropriate Murphy takes kind of a middle back position. Syken frontline, Roby frontline. And we put a Grenadier on each side, I would say.
Moving out.
That way we have better angles on the enemies. So that's a normal bio captain, that's potentially not the general. Problem is with them and the loss triggering, we might have triggered the actual mission timer. The enemies here are far, far superior to the Lost, so I don't believe that the Lost will create any form of real distraction for them. Yeah, even the hit points will not help if everybody is dealing just so much damage.
Attack.
Oh yeah, he's shouting for a swarm. That's good. Well, this guy's burning, so he's not going to hit anyone. Alright. And we are off to a rocky start. Might start with the Dreadnought here. I could use a Frost Bomb to launch that first, but would that really make any difference here? I mean, look, we could theoretically control them for one round, right? Sure, why not? Let's try it, and let's prioritize our targets, shall we? It's the start of the mission. We need more firepower. So naturally, we're going to get more firepower to the table. Crowd control and firepower. That's the name of the game for now. Got that trooper. Nice. And before we move up, we could get that captain down, but we could also get the demolisher down. Say, that would explode the cars, right? Yeah. Let's start with that. That'll also spawn more Losts, which is exactly what I'm hoping for, because Losts are our distraction here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Interesting, the bio captain is Bladestorm, good to know. Syken continues by getting that Devastator down. Cool. Andors. Andors. That could be a kill. I mean, look, Roby would be the guy with Blade Storm in the front row. Blade Storm and Implacable. There's another pack. Certainly don't want to trigger that one. Good, we'll take care about his final positioning in a moment. Let's continue. We could theoretically throw an incendiary bomb, getting a lot of them down, but honestly, the Paladin should take the front line without pulling something else. And let's just... we should have spawned the turrets first, I guess. Because then the turrets would have a bit more shielding, but that's okay. It is not the end of the world. I know that I can spawn it up here. Yep. There we go. Putting Advent down. Yep. Works like a charm. Fantastic. We have another turret here. I would love to do a kill zone, but I would also like to deploy the turrets. So really what we are going to do is we're just making sure that this guy dies. Keeping the remaining cooldowns. It's harder to get these guys up here than you might think. Pretty pixel perfect job. Trooper gets harassed. Good, I would like Syken to have another Overwatch, mainly because he has a pretty big gun. In the meantime, we're cleaning up on this side of the house. This could be a kill, if not, it's not the end of the world. Well, that's good. Continue to harass that side. We want to get him down. And whilst we're at it, putting more firepower into it. Very good.
Picking up an inbound advent transport. The aliens are going to try and extract the general from the AO. Don't
So the
let them
general
board
is
that ship.
far down that road, which means we gotta push in. Yeah, that will be an interesting journey to get to the Advent General. Lots of the loss are having tactical analysis, and apparently several of them are burning, which means they are de facto already dead.
Target neutralized.
Good, we got a big pack up here. That's an Elite Bio General, but Elite Bio General doesn't equate Advent General. The Advent General apparently is on the top right side. So just double checking. Well, maybe this is the actual general. Running and gunning with Roby.
Location confirmed.
It might actually be the general. Who knows?
Advent forces on the ground. We're close.
Yep, it's him. Alright, we got a Venator. We got a full house here. Holy. Well, let's start with rapid fire. This guy needs to die. 1. Very well. 2.
Our target, minimal damage.
Advanced teamwork for Roby. And that's a big fat 3. Done.
I got it, right? I'm all out. Menace 1-5, kill confirmed. That's how it's done. We need to clear the area of any remaining hostiles. We can't
Implacable.
allow
We're
them to
going to
recover the
discuss how
genocide.
we want to do that in a second. For now, well, we have that guy over there. Just moving up with Syken, and I would propose to rupture him.
You want some?
Fantastic.
Went off the armor.
That'll give us way more agency to actually get him down. Of course not if he's again deflecting all of the shots. I already mentioned that I think there should be kind of a cooldown to the ability, so that you're not chain reflecting everything. So the point doesn't need to be made again. Thumper, on the other hand, needs to make definitely a point with that Andromedon here. Can't leave the suit alive. a bit of damage. And a bit more. And I need high ground that actually can do something, so I would almost like rush over, try to position ourselves here so that we can clear out the rest. But we could equally do that by killing him, because we will get implacable.
Target eliminated. Got no ammo. Back online.
Free reload.
Double time.
So there was no disadvantage in doing it that way around. Paladin moves up. And as part of his holy journey, we are going to drop this big, fat, juicy firebomb. Okay, Syken gets another 8 protocol threat assessment. And I would like
What's over there?
to have that solid overview. Kill zone. Might be able to kill a few of them. As long as they are going for the loss, that's all fine. The AI, of course, doesn't understand that there is no reset mechanic, so they are continuing to shoot them. Good, here we go, finally. I was almost concerned kill zone would have been wasted. Yeah, the losses are now starting to all burn, which is fine. That's their one major weakness.
Taken care of.
This mission feels surprisingly easy compared to the others. Maybe it is because the losses are soaking up so much heat. I don't know, maybe it was just a lucky intervention. Maybe good target selection. Once the general here is eliminated, it's really way easier to deal with all of the enemies, because what are they going to do? They are just going to fight us in a normal fight without any timer. Typically is heavily favored towards us.
Bam! Avete visto?
Look at that. All of the losts are burning. They're going to die very soon. If they continue running, that's even going to be sooner than later. Okay, cool. Well,
On the move.
Rust's moving up, right? Right. Now, that's a kill. 7, 9. Oh, that's a solid kill. We can start with getting the brute down.
On your order.
Moving as far as we can over here. Just want to clear up everything down there.
Target eliminated. Toss me some ammo.
Yeah, too bad. They do not shoot well enough, so they're inherently flawed. They can't really hit the others. Good, let's just try to hit these guys. We're continuing to move up. The Sedator turrets should tank.
Hostile target down. That's it. I'm out. Ready to go.
Alright, there was a Venator up here. I very much remember that.
No problem, boss.
The appropriate Murphy moves up.
Ready to engage. Let's do this.
Ah, that was an almost 90% shot and we're still missing it. Holy crap.
I hope it's worth it. Big deal. Rock and roll.
Good, another 90% shot. This time a bit more successful. Good job. Overwatch up here. Overwatch down here. Overwatch down here. There's the Venator. Oh wow, he is taking some really good damage. Well, see, if you're not clustered into like one place where you need to stand, the Venator actually isn't that bad, because you can simply try to kill him. The Venator starts to suck when you are in a situation where you, for instance, camp a rooftop or something along the lines, and then they are charging in and are just taking actions off of you and you can't really move away. But I suppose that's what they were designed for, going in and disrupting the back line. Good, moving up. Endos continues to move up. And let's just get the Venator down. Sell it to turret. Doesn't really have any good targets. But we'll come to that guy in a second. Charging up with Thumper. I don't know, this might despawn the clone. Nope, the answer is it does not. Which is a bit unfortunate, I was hoping it would. Good, sell it to turret. Removing the cover there.
Whatever you say.
I can't really get anywhere close.
I'm trusting you.
It should be far enough away from the explosion.
I definitely got that one.
Good, implacable, back into cover.
Hostile terminated.
70%, 50%. I think we can try the 50-50. Didn't really work out. I don't think that we can deal 17 points of damage in one go. Unless we're critting or hair trigger. Nope, but Almost down. Oh, nice. That was a crit. And a good one on top of it. Plus we have Guardian, so more might follow. Sector Prime comes in and immediately gets put in place.
We are the harbinger of your perfection.
Rest decides to more meaningfully jump down and try to get away. Oh, I remember we still need to deal with these guys because they will not disappear. I just realized that. A replicate is new. Apparently, another Spectre can spawn. Okay, well, my bad. Really should have remembered that. Good. Now, there's still plenty of enemies here. And at least the Lost Brutes seem to be kind of getting a little bit stronger. But the Lost are generally falling off a cliff even without the headshot ability. It's just not enough damage. Or enough hit points.
Rock and roll.
Lots of enemies all over the place.
I'm on it.
Moving over into cover. That's a kill plus reset.
X-ray neutralized.
Could move over here. But we'll come to that in a second. Run gun one more turn. That here should be a kill. Let's just try to get the Spectres out of the way for now. Good, that will give us the option to use Implacable in order to get in deeper, potentially to here, for instance.
Good to go.
Elite Spectre behind us. Let's try to mark and hit it. Ah, too bad. That's really unfortunate. But we have at least marked it. Can't see anyone, okay. Well, that's not good either. Uh-oh, Sectopod Prime. Wasn't on the radar. Was going too smooth. I knew something was up. Suppression on the Prime. That will reduce his chance to hit. Celatid moves up, tries to be a good target. And I think generally succeeds with that. We're having an Overwatch here. A protocol for Russ, because he's effectively frontlining here. Overwatching. Syken moves up in anticipation of next turn with the Sectopod Prime, because we will need that.
Okay, I'll go.
Aggressively moving up with Roby. And now it's time to knock out a couple of the enemies.
Target eliminated. Hostile terminated. Running low on ammo.
This guy is burning. This guy's not burning yet, I think. Maybe he was.
X-ray neutralized. No rounds. It's killing time.
Yeah, let's get the commando here. Poison reduces his chance to hit. And if he moves first, we can actually trigger Overwatch and even kill him.
Adjusting aim.
Yeah, that's the problem. Would have been a slightly different situation had we hit that first shot. Nice one. Keep on Guardian. Yep. Still up. Not bad either. Okay, well, more enemies than I would have expected. And specifically the Prime is a problem. It's our prime target. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Good job. That worked really well. That's also not bad. I like it. Not sure if we just saved him or saved us. That's unclear.
Enemies on the move! They're flanking us!
But that was hell of a job. I like it. So, real Thumper is being revived, just in case. Doesn't take away, unfortunately, from fake Thumper. We fully need to go through him. Because elsewise he will just continue to stay there. Well, let's go with Thumper here. I think Thumper wants to say thank you for cloning him in his very own way with a chain shot. Alright, problem solved.
Happy now?
Happy is the wrong word, but I feel content. That's potentially a better word. Reloading, and I want to keep the suppression on the Prime. That worked very well in my perspective. Now first we gotta shred this guy before we're hitting it.
We're free to go.
Eight, 10, so that's a kill.
Target eliminated.
Applicable, death from above, okay, cool. Show you something else that's cool. Oh no!
Went off the armor.
Okay, well, we got a backup plan. I knew that that might happen.
Target neutralized.
Perch sniper. Let's try to get that guy down. Alright, couldn't hit the sector pod, not yet. Salatit turret moves up.
moving out.
Syken moves up, steady, steady, and let's just eliminate the remaining individuals. Starting with a sniper. Unfortunately, a miss. Maximum damage could still kill him because he is poisoned, and poison will tick for 1. Yep, there you go. He's dead. Suppression removed, but a new swarm appears. Well, the Sector Prime is wasting his powerful shots onto the Lost. We can deal with the rest ourselves.
He's dead. It has to be dead.
Sector Pod gets more and more shredded. And I don't mean that he is starting to bench press more. He loses his armor.
Running.
Syken continues to move up. Do we have the Sector Pod inside? No, not yet. Which is interesting if you think about it.
Go, go, go.
Good, Murphy moves up. I want to go into the poison.
All right, I'll go.
Instead, let's get right up there.
Oh yeah. Hostile target down. Hostile terminated.
Okay, well, so far it has worked very well to keep this guy suppressed, so naturally that's what we're continuing to do. Besides suppressing him, we want to get all of his compatriots down. Good. Selatit moves up. Kills the Dasher. And we're slowly but surely moving closer to the Sector Pod.
I definitely got that one.
Yep, next turn we're going to be there. Currently, I'm just using Implacable. The Demolisher is down, which means it's really just the Sectopod Prime. And I think reloading is more important at the moment. He's continuing to hate completely on all of the losts. The Dasher runs up, love taps him for 1, and gets completely obliterated. Alright. He only has 4 bits of ammunition, so what we're continuing to do is suppression. That's suppression, suppression, suppression. That's the most important thing against Sectopod Primes. Good, chain shots.
If you say so.
Okay, Zam and Zabam. I could have also shifted actions, but that was just so much cleaner.
Is it clear?
Thumper moves up. Kills the Lost.
1 down. Thousands to go.
Yep, we're using a nice little shot. And that might be the end.
X-ray neutralized. Head now. Got it covered.
Moving up. Overwatch, Overwatch. Reload Overwatch.
I'm all over it.
And yeah, only 91 enemies, guys. That almost feels like nothing, and we had a flawless mission on top of it as well. I haven't taken any damage. I'm quite proud how well the Sectopod Prime interaction has worked out, because he's typically one of those enemies that can deal a lot of damage with his annihilation protocol. You need to debuff him, and suppression is a really good way of doing it, so not bad.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts in the field have certainly encouraged the crew.
Very good.
You and your crew have dealt another serious blow to the aliens' efforts today, Commander.
Well, that indeed was a serious blow. What we need, though, is more power. And then we should be good to go. Sorted loot, not what I was hoping for. I was actually hoping for good old straight power. But if we're getting the assorted loot, there is a chance for a different spawn, because it increases the spawn rate. Just double checking, can we do anything here? And the answer is no. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose, yes, we can bond both of you.
I'm glad to see our joint effort paid off like we hoped.
Cool. Dodge plus 10, which means sonar should be looking good. Got a scientist. That is what we need for even more research. So, destroy the Raiders HQ. Is that really? No, that's the Marauders. Yeah, we want to do that. Yes, we want to do that. Another dodge bonus, not bad. Speed of all armor increases, not needed. This would be the cultist base, which I also want to do. And then we have a few others. So I'll tell you what, we're going to start with getting the cultist base. 10 days. Do we have enough to do both? Expand the event queue, 70 days. Yeah, okay, cool. Calculation was correct. So we want to start with the cultist base. We'll get a promotion out of it. Who needs a promotion is the question. We could be cheeky and putting Wilson a second in here so that he's also promoted. Yeah, Inquisitor and Wilson are the bondmates. They are not all the bondmate with Maximilian Richter. Other than that, I think this is really an opportunity for the lower levels to shine. Let's take Wilson for the promotion. And we got Specialist plus that plus Grenadier, so we already got the core roles filled. He could go in with a little bit of this here. And what else do we need? Actually not much. I mean, he could theoretically, for all I'm concerned, even wear that to not die. He's equipped. He looks equipped. And he also looks equipped. Okay, cool. Yeah, wonderful. Raider ambush. The cultists are not to be trifled with, but we're not only going to get those 4. We have a few more that are going to go in, so that's fine. 10 more days.
I've made a number of interesting discoveries.
The Andromedon autopsy proximity mine is always good. I like it.
In combat well after the original wearer has expired is remarkable. I must consult with Shin.
Let's get the chrysalid chameleon here. Hive armor, only 3 more days, and we still haven't solved the energy problem. More explosives.
Another important step forward in our research.
Ghost grenade. Okay, cool. What is that? The ghost grenade offers soldiers another way of concealing and moving undetected. It's limited duration, but the soldiers will stay in concealment until it's broken. Well, that's not too bad. I like the idea of it, and it reminds me on XCOM 1. Chameleon Corpse and just a few alloys and Delirium. Actually, really cheap to build. I'll test one of these out. Superior hair trigger, nice. And we got more loot. It could have been equally contacts or more energy. Finally, there's the Hive Queen armor. Okay, I was looking for that a very long time. Where is the Hive Queen armor? There we go. Alright, so health 8, that's +2. Armor, +2 instead of +1. Massive +5 mobility. Holy. Wow. Immunity to all poison, fire, and mental. What? Okay, immunity to all poison, fire, and mental. Hive Queen's mental link with the hive is still connected through DNA with biogenetics of the armor. Call random chrysalids to aid you. Lightweight chitin armor. Not sure what to say about that. This is completely crazy. Pretty good armor. But who's going to wear it? That's the question. Immunity to... and a lot of speed. Who needs a lot of speed and immunity? It's almost as if this is a better version. Oh boy, and that looks awesome. Hive rending claws or wings? Damn it, I'm still fascinated about the options here. The rending claws aren't bad either. Will shred 4 armor and add rupture to the target. But the Hive Wings is also very, very, very good. This is 100% dodge. A little bit less mobility, a bit less armor, but definitely more dodge. And we do have crowd control. The question with the other suit is really, really good. Can Hawkbite wear it? Unfortunately not, but he has the Praetorian Nanogeo, which makes him ultra tanky. So it almost feels like Hawkbite and Sonar are sufficiently tanky. Now, who could benefit from high ground? Naturally, Euler comes to mind, right? Euler has this big fat armor at the moment. But say if we were to make him the Angel of Doom and let him wear that other armor, well, that wouldn't be too bad. Dilly G, Well, and then there is Grell. Grell has also death from above. Grell has also death from above. And the one thing that I like about the armor is... Yeah, she has death from above. The one thing that I really like about the armor is it gives something else to do for her. By the way, this is an ultra good looking armor. So well done. The rending claws aren't bad. And the rending claws also give a +10 extra bonus to hit. And the way that it's coded, it actually doesn't only work for the claws, it also works for everything else. So the question is, do we want big fat armor shredding option and rupture that we can apply to a target and give her massive health bonus and a bit of dodge on top? She's, by the way, the next one who I would start skilling dodge on. So do we want to give that to her, or are we going to utilize the wings to fly up terrain and dive bomb? I don't know, the wings sound great, but the armor rending claws sound just so much better. I'll tell you what, I wanted to do it for death from above, so let's stick with the concept. She has those wings. She has shred, so there is no point in just double and triple doing. And she's just immune to mind control. And basically everything else, like fire, poison, acid, you name it. And has some armor and 25 hit points. So I would say that is pretty damn good for a support. What an absolute overpowered armor.
Do not think I could have predicted this outcome,
Though it is intriguing.
Good. Let's do the Pathfinders. Thunder Mountain. Well, that's not good.
this will prove to be an important step forward.
Pathfinders. Ultralight Vest. Completely weightless, flexible, and yet it grants much protection as the normal underwear, whilst allowing for greater range of movements.
Just give the word.
Maybe I should have
Commander.
built some of these items before. $50 supplies, 15 Elerium, 5. Okay. Wow, that's a pricey subject. Unfortunately, it doesn't say what it does, so all I need to do is I always need to build that stuff before we can actually use it. Ultralight Vest. Okay, 3 mobility. I don't know if I like that a lot. The idea is neat, but it's way too expensive for 3 mobility.
New discoveries, Commander.
Phantom Slayer rounds. Warheads of Elerium-laced flechettes that disrupt the psionic energy that control the dead, as well as destroying the rotten tissue of the losts. Alright, so what are we going to do next? I think we're just going to continue the ones that we've already started. Tactical Withdraw grants the user mobility and dodge bonus, as well as the ability to go to the chopper. This can be increased by the evac zone. Plus 10 dodge, plus 6 mobility for 1 turn. User must not evac until all allies have taken their turn or will be terminated. And I'll get to the chopper. Not sure. That sounds generally quite pleasing. So, Hive Warrior, we can now start manufacturing more advanced PCS. Chrysalid Hive Drone Corps. Okay. And by the way, I wanted another petition battle suit, so we're currently lacking the alien alloys and the Elerium. Okay, cool. What else did we want? There were so many great things. We needed another bio-faceless corpse because advanced battle medicine would be good. Stronger antidotes and more. Okay, cool. Well, bio-faceless corpse, we're going to get that. The battle suit, we wanted to get another one of those. Bio rockets, not sure yet. Poison acid rocket. That sounds great, but I'm careful with the cores because we also had normal assault rifles that needed upgrading. So let's try one of these PCSs.
As soon as we're finished, Commander.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander.
Ripper Bomb. Ripper Bomb is an upgrade to the Ripper Grenade. Bomb adds more damage, piercing, more level needles that explode and penetrate the armor. Ripper Grenade does not do a lot of damage, but makes up for it with the level needles that explode from the grenade and penetrate armor and cover. Perfect for dealing with enemies without destroying cover you might need yourself. Okay. Not sure if I like that too much. Sonic weapons sounds great, but we don't have the Elerium crystals.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available. When inspired, our team is actually
good. We got another 140 intel, which is good. Let's continue with the combat drone. A lot of interesting stuff, but I wish we would have started with that a bit earlier. Grants a bonus to dodge, will, and mobility on the soldier for a short time when using hyperreactive senses. Also permanent small boost to mobility and defenses. Defense sounds great because it's a stat that you elsewise cannot get. Let's see. What does it do? Oh wow, 3 mobility, 17 dodge, and the ability to get to the chopper. That sounds really, really damn good. 3 mobility and 17 dodge. Holy, that's a lot. Tactical withdrawal. The 3 mobility in itself and 17 dodge is already good. Defense isn't bad because it makes you more difficult to be hit in the first place. Hyperreactive senses also has a permanent small boost to mobility and defense. What is hyperreactive senses? I don't know. We have 4 hit points. That is the baseline for her at the moment. And I'm wondering if the dodge and mobility wouldn't be better. But I can tell you who definitely would be interested in dodge and mobility. We currently have like what? Superior agility here. 28 dodge. Okay, cool. But say if I could get 3 mobility instead. Then all we need to do is get a little bit more dodge and off we go. Specifically, the mobility upgrade will go a long way for us. Oh yeah. That's not bad. I like it. I wonder why we can't manufacture the other PCS, the one that we've just gotten, the get to the chopper one. Things are all over the place. I wish there would be a bit more consistency in the modding community, what you can put where. Okay, and we still wanted the brain cord as well. God damn it. So many good items and I want to test all of them.
I think you will find our results have exceeded expectations.
Deployable drone. Armor provides the soldier with 1 armor and can temporarily boost soldier's aim for a small time. This combat drone was rebuilt by XCOM, upgraded by Shen, as the drone is able to heal robotic units, shield any unit, holo-target any enemy with ranged shock attacks. Okay. That sounds quite OP. Deployable drone, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. More actions is effectively a good thing. Advent datapad, more sorted loot. Okay. Still trying to get more contacts or more energy.
A number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Deployable phase drone. Additional scouting, fire support for our soldiers. Deployed like a grenade, thrown to a spot where the drone will deploy.
New orders, Commander?
Okay, easy. I like it. Sounds like we do have a few more options available that we can deploy.
Plotting new course.
We are buying with our intel alien alloys and alarium because we're missing both. And there is a sharpshooter. Because why not? 95 intel isn't that much. So got ourselves a new sharpshooter. Dilly G will be angry that they immediately start as another colonel, just like Vendieu. Promote the soldier. Long watch, yes please. Lightning hands, yep. Quick draw. Face off. Steady hands and fanfare, kind of the standard skilling. We have standard combat intelligence, so we are... She's called 8 Ball. We're going to train 8 Ball. Cereal could be one option. I like the idea. The other one, death from above or kill zone, actually would resonate with me. Kill zone is normally not one of my favorites, but since we do have such large packs that are clustered, it's actually not too bad. Cereal, on the other hand, is also good, so either way works, really. Since she might not be in high ground always, let's just get Cereal. Color coding her. And we're taking advanced perception. Plus, let's upgrade this. Advanced scope. Plus advanced expanded magazine. Plus advanced autoloader. Sounds like a pretty good weapon to me. She comes in at whooping 120, so that's good enough. Giving her a bit of that, and let's give her a deployable drone. Where is the other deployable drone? Deployable phase drone. There we go, deployable drone. Very good, more meat for the meat grinder.
Avenger plotting new course.
Still trying to get the resistance order that allows us to get more energy. Anyways, Intel suggests the cult of Jiraiya is operating. Proceed with caution. We got 23 devoted fanatics, and that will happen in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and have a great evening. If you're a devoted fanatic of XCOM2, make sure that you are hitting the like button, because that's kind of our little shrine where we're praying together. And let's see if that will do anything. Thank you, and have a good one. Bye-bye.